Hi guys, welcome to this week's Playnation Gets Playnation
Gets from Playnation Games.
from Playnation Games.
Playnation Games, Playnation Gets.
Do you see what we did there?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're standing in a different part of the shop. So if you've not actually been into the shop, you're thinking, huh, wow, those guys have got a new shop, different counter.
Yeah.
Well, the same shop, different counter, as I like to say. So this bit of the counter is our repair bay.
Pairs.
Pairs?
Pairs, just pairs. It's a pair bay.
Repairs. So this is, you can get your, Dan, what can you get repaired here?
Pretty much everything. We work with the Xboxers, who will do everything from PCs to modern consoles this generation, even Xbox One and PS4, and I'm going to see.
And they do laptops as well. So, Dan, keep with it, mate. They used to do laptops, phones, and they can actually buy all your broken machines as well. So if you've got an old PlayStation 3 or laptop, and you just want to sort of cash it in for for cash basically, and they'll use it for parts. So basically, recycling your old machines, which is obviously a good thing. But we just wanted to tell you a little bit about that, but also show you a few PC games that...
Not just PC, I mean, we've recently, we usually do, consoles, your Japanese stuff, mostly Nintendo, Sega, your Ataris and your Jaguars, your Western stuff, but going further back than that into like old school Western stuff, we've got
We're not further back, I would say at the same period.
I don't think the Spectrum is the same period as the Atari Jaguar, mate.
No, but it's certainly the same period as a lot of Nintendo consoles. If you think about the dates.
What, like...
Just think about it.
Anno Domini.
Yeah, the Spectrum.
After Jesus.
So, it was basically around.
First there was Christ, and then
in
the
Jerusalem
Spectrum came out.
In Jerusalem, it was
just at the end of the Old Testament, the New Testament. Actually, if you read it, it's good.
Yeah, they talk about the Spectrum, Commodore 64, all the original stuff.
Nintendo.
Yeah, right before Nintendo.
Before BN.
Yeah, before Nintendo.
So we've got start with Spectrum stuff. I will do. We've got things like Decathlon. Do you remember Daley Thompson, mate?
Yeah.
Thompson's Decathlon,
yeah.
We've got.
You've got a similar build to Daley Thompson, actually.
Do I?
Yeah.
I like to think that I share a lot of mannerisms and bodily abilities to Daley Thompson. I mean, he's a.
Have you ever been pole vaulting?
I regularly vault poles. It's I'm really good at it. Jet Set Willie. Speaking of vaulting poles.
Hold on, can we just?
No, I'm getting to afterwards. That's
all right. Okay.
So Jet Set Willie there. If you play the older games in the UK, you'll know Jet Set Willie. And then we've got. Do you want this one actually?
Well, I'll do this one actually.
Yeah.
It's called Firebird. It's got some sort of dog in a house, and it says, "Don't buy this. 5 of the worst games ever."
Do buy this though. We do.
Yeah.
We do want to sell it. Do buy it. But if you want to try some of the worst games ever.
Hold on. There's a caution warning. If you can zoom in on that, Malcolm. There's a caution on there. I'll just read it out. Caution, this cassette contains 5 of the most uninspired games ever to disgrace the 48K Spectrum. Well, I'm sold so far.
Wow.
Race Ace, high-speed motor action. Fido 1, Supermutt versus the Moles and the Birdies. Weasel Willy, brilliant in its concept, unoriginal in its conception. Fido 2, so you get Fido 1 and Fido 2.
Obviously it was good enough to get a sequel.
Puppy problems cause a right mess.
Wait, is that like the tagline?
Yeah, puppy problems cause a right mess.
This time it's personal or something.
Yeah, no, puppy problems. Anyway, Fruit Machine. Superb original idea. This is probably the beginning of the end of games, as you have known them. You have been warned.
There should be a game on there with a bunch of in-app purchases. That's the beginning of the end of games.
Yeah. Anyway, that's for another one.
Yeah.
So,
go on, and you go on with your.
Okay. So as well as Spectrum games, we're going through the generations. We've got the Commodore Amiga. But this came. This was brought over to the UK in the Spanish Armada times. So again, before Nintendo, the Spanish Armada, they brought the Amiga over.
Just after the Civil War, I reckon.
Just after the Boer War, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. The Boer War.
Boer War. Spanish Armada, cannon fodder. Okay.
This one here, Batman, is they found this. This is what they were actually fighting over in the Battle of Hastings.
Battle of Hastings was this game Batman?
Batman by Ocean.
The Atari ST.
For the Atari ST, Battle of Hastings was actually battled for the Atari ST. If you look at the what's that big tapestry?
Oh, the Bayer tapestry.
That big tapestry, you know the one, you probably studied in school. If you look on there, the Batman symbol is on there, and they're fighting over it. Next up we got Titanic, also on the Atari ST. Now, in the Battle of Hastings, who's that versus? Who's it against?
It was.
Well, one side.
It must be the French, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably the French. They love Batman,
yeah.
But the English, Titanic Blinky, which is a bit. It actually looks pretty good, it looks a bit like Dizzy. If you
How did we really pick out the best?
We picked out the best.
The games that we've got. Okay, so quickly.
What we'll do is also we'll put it into the video. We'll give you like a little quick pan of what else we have in stock. There's a whole bunch of games, all of them from before Christ.
Before Christ. Okay, so we've got there Quattro Fighters. So I've always wanted to be a guardian angel, and I've looked after the streets of New York.
Yeah, that's actually based on you, isn't it, mate?
Well, I'm Croydon's guardian angel.
Yeah, he's got that beret.
Yeah.
And he's wearing that shirt right now. So
yeah, well, you know, and fly some MiGs, do some SAS combat.
I just finished SAS combating.
Do you know what SAS stands for?
Smashing, amazing, superb.
No, it's Super Army Soldiers.
Is it really Super Army Soldiers?
That's it. That's what in the regiment in the army.
Super
Army Soldiers.
If that is true, let us know in the comments. People can probably know these things. I'll wiki when I get back, but don't think so.
Super Army Soldiers.
I don't think they're called the Super Army
Shadow
Soldiers.
World, another game for the Amiga.
Oh man, this game is upside down, but looks a bit like Shadowrun. I believe this one was actually signed by Queen Victoria I.
Yeah, and this is Tomb Raider.
Now you guys know Tomb Raider.
Featuring Lara Croft, boys.
Yep.
It's you know, nice pair of guns.
Yeah, got great guns.
Great guns. So Tomb Raider. Anyway, so we're going to move over there now, but we'll cut.
Yeah, we'll do a smash cut.
Cut.
Smash cut.
Cut.
Right, whatever. Listen.
Hi guys, we're back over here now.
Hi guys, how's it going? We're back over here now. What is that? It's like a QVC.
Let's just say I'm
Move
doing
your hands around some more while you're doing it.
I'm doing an audition, okay? So first off, we're going to talk about the Atari 2600, and then we've got a discussion about...
Can we get that QVC music in while he's doing it?
So first off, we're going to talk about the Atari 2600, and then we've got a discussion about... No, this morning.
Don't watch this morning.
The Atari 2600, VCS.
Wow.
6 switches.
Now I heard that the Atari 2400 had 4 switches, but this is a real step up and worth your money.
Extra 2 switches.
Extra 2 switches.
And then we got a modded Master System 2.
DOS.
Unio Dossio.
That would be a 1 too. Speaking of switches,
Speaking of switches,
thanks to the
sockets.
Magic Modding, yeah, thanks to sockets as well. Thanks to Magic Modding, you've got 50-60 Hz
switches.
Sockets there. If you've ever wanted to put your Master System on your TV through the magic of SCART,
There's 60 Hz. So you can play this the speed that the Americans play computer games.
and remember, the Americans are better than you. They go slightly faster. Right.
Right, next we got some Card Fight Vanguard.
And some Body Fight, Future Card battles.
Future. So we got Dragonic Force, and we've got...
Go on, sir.
Yep.
Brave Dimensional Kaiser. Or Dimensional Brave Kaiser.
Dimensional Brave Kaiser.
Giant robots that look a bit like Gundams, but aren't Gundams.
So if you want to be a Brave Kaiser,
dimensionally,
that's the game deck for you.
Next up, we've got some SNES games. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I know the real serious talent here is definitely Urban Strike.
Urban Strike. Now we love Urban Strike. This Metroid,
rubbish.
Mario
Don't care.
Kart, rubbish. They're
I've never even played it.
Urban Strike. Now I want to ride my helicopter around the city.
Can't wait to strike some Urbans.
Strike some Urbans.
The sequel to Jungle Strike.
Jungle
which was
Strike,
also a sequel
yeah.
to Desert Strike. So isn't it the Treacle.
So I loved going out to the jungle and just shooting all the people in the jungle.
You know what I love doing? I love getting in a chopper and also shooting people in the jungle, actually.
Yeah, that's good.
And now I can do it in the city. I could shoot everybody in the city. Can't wait. Wasn't there a nuclear strike after this?
Nuclear strike, that's on the PlayStation 1.
Right.
So. I know, and there's a Soviet strike, which we have down there somewhere.
Is that before or after?
I can't quite remember the... This is a series they should bring back.
They
not
should
Metroid,
bring back.
not Mario Kart,
more?
not Mario All-Stars, not Street Fighter.
EA. What is the strikes? What's going on?
We need a new strike game.
If you can think of a better strike than like urban, desert, jungle, nuclear, or Russian, what was it?
Crimea strike.
Crimea strike.
Yeah.
Topical.
Strike.
Topical. So yeah, if you can think of a better strike.
Syria strike.
Brooklyn strike.
Coal strike.
Brixton strike. Coltrane strike.
Coal mine strike.
Tube strike.
Tube strike. That's a good one.
Coming soon to PS4.
Yeah.
Right.
Teacher strike.
Just jump in the chopper and take out
teachers. Helicopter. They're striking again. Let's shoot them.
Take them out.
Yeah, one by one.
Alright, so, like we said, we've also got Metroid and Super Mario Kart and Super Mario World, Super Mario All-Stars and Street Fighter, but they're not as important as
Urban Strike.
Urban Strike. Meanwhile, moving away from that, Stu, do you want to talk about this? Because I'm going to see it again.
We got Diablo. Diablo. Bloody Raw. Tobal, #1. It's quite. I didn't actually realise it's a beat-em-up game. I never knew that. But it doesn't use any texture mapping. Not texture mapping, textures. So it's really untextured. But that makes it really, really quick.
The thing is, they were going for a kind of cel-shaded look before they really figured out how to do shell shading. So that's how they did it.
There is a second one of these called Tobal, not #2. It's Tobal 2. But only ever came out in Japan.
For our sins.
For our sins. Street Fighter 2 collection. Sister's got Street Fighter 2 on there. Hyper Fighting, Championship Edition, Turbo, Super, Ultra, Turbo, all the characters.
But, you know, it pales in comparison to some real fighting games like the Bloody Roar series. Bloody Roar. If you ever wanted to turn into a giant rabbit nurse girl and punch a dude out of a ring, this is the one.
Punch a dude out of a ring.
That's what I do on the weekends. That's why I'm late to this video today.
How did they know you were late?
This video's gonna go up late, probably.
Okay.
So, sharp.
We don't really say what time it's going to go up there, do we? It goes up.
Warcraft 3!
Warcraft
2!
This is an expansion pack for World of Warcraft. But you have to plug in your PlayStation 1 into your PC to put this, and then you can unlock 2 new characters.
Pirate Man and...
The Pirate Man.
It's not a Pirate Man, that's an orc.
And the gnomes.
Right.
And the gnomes. Metal Gear Solid.
The old Metal Gear.
And this one takes a little bit longer than Metal Gear 5. That's another story.
We've also got Mary Kate and Ashley's Crush Course. Do you want to talk about that one too?
Yeah. If you are coursing crushing cars, crushing stuff.
Mary Kate and Ashley is basically just
going out.
Both like a Hulk.
Just
and
like
destroy shit.
Crushing stuff.
The whole game is basically a really, really good Hulk game, but you play as the twins.
Yeah, the twins just crushing,
smashing stuff up,
smashing up. Right, next we've got our beautiful. How beautiful is this?
Gorgeous,
gorgeous,
tasty,
boxed.
Sega Saturn.
Boxed.
It is fresh to death.
Boxed.
Minty.
Boxed.
And also comes with 2 games.
Boxed.
They are boxed in the box.
Boxed.
So really worth it there. Top quality.
Boxed.
Speaking of boxed. Got some unboxed. Game Boy games.
Link,
Yeah, Segway.
Segway. Oh, that's a bike, isn't it? That's something you stand on.
Isn't that, what's the other word? It's Segway.
Segway.
It's also a Segway.
Yeah.
So I'm standing on a Segway doing a Segway.
You don't want a Segway?
No, I wish I had a Segway, mate.
Oh,
I saw them at Disneyland.
They're not cheap.
No, of course they're not. They're basically like robo-leg wheel bikes.
I mean, we're talking a good few grand to get a Segway.
Well, I was in Disneyland. You could ride a Segway around the park for 15 quid.
Okay,
It wasn't too bad.
That's probably half an hour, is it?
Yeah, it's a good ride. You got a good time out of it. But they kept trying to talk to you about Disneyland and about, you know, this is where.
Did you go on it?
No. This is where stuff's going to be. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Disney. What rides did you go on when you were in Disneyland?
Oh man, Disneyland was top dollar. I went on Space Mountain a bunch of times.
Teacups?
I did not go on the teacups because there was weirdly a queue for the teacups. I went during the out of holiday season, so there wasn't many queues and such. Oddly though, the teacups and the Snow White ride, mad queues. The big rides like your Space Mountain and stuff, and your roller coasters and things, no queues. So I don't know what's going on there. All these weirdos going out of holiday time to ride kiddie rides. I wanted to ride kiddie rides, but there was a queue. So
you have to go on the roller coasters.
Yeah.
Do you go on the Dodgems?
I haven't got Dodgems there.
Oh.
No, they're against the Disney ethos because it's violent.
Oh, well, they're Dodgems, aren't they? The bumper cars are bumper.
Who dodges in Dodgems?
Well,
no one. We went on a Dodgems once at Namco Station.
That was good.
That was great fun. That was great fun. Stuart can't drive a Dodgem.
Excuse me, I can drive just because I stole your hat.
Stole my hat, which isn't the point of Dodgems.
This caused an issue on the day. I stole Dan's hat, and
I don't think we need to relive that really. Still, I don't think we need to go back into that sort of detail. Let's talk about these games here, shall we? South Park and Stick of Truth. I've just recently been playing this. I'd say about a third through. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's great. It's where all the funny went from South Park. So there you go. And of course we've got Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is a game where you have to get a flag and paint it black.
Capture the flag.
Yes, capture the flag and then paint it black.
That's a song, isn't it?
What? Capture the flag and paint it black?
No, Paint It Black. There's a song called Paint It Black.
Oh, I saw a red door and
It's all one of those. Rolling Stones, I believe.
Is that Rolling Stones?
I've just remembered now.
Wow, thanks for your memory, man.
Yeah, just came to me all of a sudden. Okay, then we got. We've shown those.
We've done those. That's it. We're done.
Retro Gamer Magazine.
Retro Gamer Magazine is great.
Yeah, we read that every month. We subscribe. So
I really enjoyed this article about arcades. Being an arcade rat from when I was a kid. That was quality. Good memories. Yeah. Good memories.
And there's a good article in there about the PlayStation 1 as well. Top 25 games. Believe it or not, the top number 1 game was Resident Evil 2.
I disagree with that.
And Crash Bandicoot was not even in the top 25.
And they had Ridge Racer and Rage Racer both in the same thing.
And didn't have Ridge Racer Type 4 as
well?
Yeah,
Type 4. Type 4 was good, but I wouldn't put Ridge Racer Type 4.
You can't have 3 in there and you don't have...
Nuts. Just silly.
Yeah, I don't even think Spyro's in
I think
there.
Ridge Racer came above Gran Turismo, which is good, because Gran Turismo was boring.
I like Gran Turismo though. That's...
I'll tell you what guys, send us in, let us know your top 3 PlayStation 1 games. We'll be picking a winner from the top 3, the ones we like most, or most amusing, or most interesting. And the winner will receive a mystery prize. What are we going to give him?
We'll give him that, there. No, we'll give him that, there. That thing.
What, this?
Yeah, this, that, there.
I can't give him away that, mate. I'm not giving that away. That's crazy expensive, mate.
Yeah, well...
I'm not going to be...
No, we'll do that. It's only fair. It's only fair.
That's big deal stuff.
Oh, one last thing. For our UK tournaments, we're giving away Astral Pack Falls now for the prizes.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.